I gotta give you guys credit too. Who's educating the community? Who's caring for you? Who's pushing out a video every day? Come on, who's working for you guys?
He's right. He's right about the daily
Show
drops,
some love.
man.
Cop the BMW, new deposit, I'm the double another bag. Like fuck it, I'ma count while I'm in it. I had planes flying, crowds screaming, money counting chains, clanking shit. I guess that's how it sound when you win it. I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute, so high up through the clouds, I was swimming. I'm probably gonna drown when I'm in it.
What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Up Next family? You know who we have here, man. The man, the myth, the legend, James himself, man, behind Kapex Token. A lot to talk about right now. What's going on, brother? It's a pleasure to have you on the channel. How are you?
Yeah, great.
Amazing.
Really happy to be here.
Amazing. So why don't we start off by just telling the channel a little bit about yourself, where you come from, what's your background looking like, and what's going on with the Apex token, man. What you guys have planned as far as your roadmap and everything that's coming together right now for you guys?
Yeah, cool, no problem at all. So yeah, so it's Kapex token, Kapex,
Right.
and it's the sister token to Coda cryptocurrency, which is the token that we launched about a year ago, or just under a year ago. So yeah, my background, I mean, I'm a successful businessman and developer. So I have a in real life business, as you might call it, and also you know, we've set up a studio here, so it's called Summit BC, Summit Better Crypto Studio.
Right.
And we basically service within the crypto space from a real life registered business.
Right.
So we are registered out in Dubai in the DMCC free zone.
Nice.
Crypto license, NFT and distributed ledger technology. So what we're really doing differently to everyone else is we're actually saying, look, we're a real business. We've got a base here in London. We're doxed. We've got a base out in Dubai, so we're to and from all the time. And yeah, we've got our token launch. So we now provide services for everybody in the crypto space. So we launch NFT projects. We launch pad tokens. We have a swap site, which is Summit Swap, which we launched a couple of months ago now. And we have on Summit Swap, we have a never seen before referral system whereby tokens can come and list with us and offer their users the ability to refer other users to their token and earn a passive income for doing so. Nice. So yeah, some really nice features on that. But yeah, I guess that's the background. So I'll take some questions rather than I could carry on for.
I know you could carry on because there's a lot of utility behind the project, and that's bringing me on to my next question. I know there's a lot of rewards going to the token holders, but what are these utilities looking like? You said that you guys are launch padding some projects, NFTs, so on and so forth. So I believe that's going to be one of the utilities. But what are some of the other features that's coming along with this token?
Yeah, so the way it works is our initial token, Coda, which was launched last year, becomes our investment token. So you basically buy it to hold it, you stake it. Our staking model is due out in about a month's time. We've given the date of sort of April-ish. So that'll be due out soon, and you'll actually earn Kapex as rewards for holding and staking that Coda. Now, Kapex becomes the pairing token on Summit Swap. So anyone who lists with us, and we've got a list of loads of tokens that we are doing work for at the moment. They will list on it, and you'll see Kapex liquidity added for those tokens. Basically, a big buy of Kapex every time we list somebody. So that gives Kapex its utility.
Unreal.
And Coda's utility is that obviously you can stake it to earn the Kapex, so it gives that cycle. Now, as part of our move to being this sort of trusted outlook, this business with a front that's providing services to all these new, these new shining star up and coming innovative other trustworthy projects is what we're trying to promote. We're actually putting 10% of all of our income through Summit BC. So that's for all the token launches work that we do, all the development work, all the artwork, all the smart contracts, all of that stuff. 10% of that is going back into rewards to Coda holders through Kapex. So we'll be buying Kapex to deliver back. So you can see that there's going to be a whole load of trading volume that's going to be happening on Kapex token. And that's what's launching tonight.
That is unreal. So the Coda holders, the guys that are holding the Coda token that was initially launched last year, those guys are going to reap the most benefits.
No, because, well, it's a bit of both really, because the thing is, Kapex is a brand new token, so there's a whole lot of hype. We launched Coda last May, and there was loads of hype around it, but it was basically a stealth launch, and it done extremely well. So early holders got massive gains as you do when a token flies.
Of course.
Now we have like 100 times the amount of eyes on the company, so we're expecting huge things from Kapex tonight. So it launches at 8 p.m. UTC, so at 7 p.m. here in the UK tonight. So, I mean, just that alone means it's going to like absolutely fly. But as I said, every time somebody lists through Summit Swap, they will be listing with Kapex. So you basically, it's buy of Kapex every time. So the price of Kapex is going to rise every time that happens. Then every time there's a buy on their tokens, we're going to see a price increase every time that happens as well. So that makes loads of sense for why you would invest in Kapex. Certainly, like, if you're seeing this now before launch, you're in an awesome position. And I mean, Coda pumped for months after its inception last year. So, we're expecting some really big things from Kapex this time. And then just on the note of the Kapex stakers, I mean, long-term Kapex staking is 100% a way to go, because you can just hold your Coda and you will earn a passive income through the staking model. But every time those rewards are paid, so say, for example, we do a job that's $100,000, $10,000 is going to be bought into Kapex. So the Kapex price is going to rise. And then those Kapex rewards distribute to our stakers.
Insane.
That's how the utility works. And our community is going mad for it, but we're relatively small community at the moment. But the eyes on what I think you'll find is that Kapex community is gonna completely overthrow the Coda community in terms of numbers. Because people are just literally waiting with bated breath. They've seen the success of Coda already. We hit 10,000 holders on our launch, which is it's not small, but it's not like the massive community. And I think with Kapex, I think it's going to be
still pretty huge, man. For a stealth launch to touch 10,000 holders is a pretty huge deal. And boys, I keep telling you guys this on the channel. You keep coming into the comments asking me, bring you guys a platform on the ground floor, bring you guys a token on the ground floor. Well, here it is, man. Kona did absolutely insane numbers. What makes you think Kapex isn't going to do the same thing? So how you guys pick this up? Obviously, Submit Swap, Pancake Swap is going to be an option as well, I assume.
Yeah. So Summit Swap and Pancake Swap will have equal liquidity added at the start for Kapex. So yeah, you can just go to summitswap.finance and you can go to pancakeswap.finance and you can see which one is cheaper at the time, because obviously they are separate liquidity pools, so the price will fluctuate based on the buys on each one. But just to mention as well, there is no team allocation on the tokens. So we did a pre-sale. There was a pre-sale carried out successfully, and those tokens are all vested, so they don't actually get released they don't get released in full for 20 months. So it's a massive time frame, which means that you're not going to get that initial smash and dump, because the tokens aren't there for dump, right? Which we think it makes a really attractive proposition from the outside, because it shows everybody who's bought in on the pre-sale, and we raised 1,600 BNB on the pre-sale. Which is a decent chunk.
Absolutely. It's a good chunk.
So that was raised, and none of that's going to be dumping because of the vesting period put in, and there's no team tokens to dump as well. So it looks really good, and it shows that those people who did put in really believe in the long-term project. This is a real solid business with long-term aspirations, and our existing community see that already. So we're looking to welcome hopefully all your viewers and that's what I keep telling the channel, man. When you guys see a real project that doxed faces behind it, especially that's taking the time to come on the channel and talk about the project, it's a really, really good sign. It's always been a good sign in my books in the space, and we've been around since 2015 making content in the crypto space, for you guys that don't know this. But huge shout out to you guys. But I want to know one thing that everyone wants to know: what's the competition looking like in the space for what you guys are doing? How are you dealing with the competition? I know a lot of people thrive off of competition and make their product even better than the competition, but what's going on with you guys, and how's the competition in the space for what you guys are doing specifically? Yeah, I mean, when we set out last year at the start of Coda, we've been playing with the business model for the whole year, and our initial plan was to crypto the uncrypto, to get new people into the crypto space. And to do that, we were basing everything around a model of what we call TEE, which is trust, education, and ease of use. So the first part being trust, being this trusted business, fully registered, doxed, and what have you. Education, teaching people about cryptocurrencies, but a lot of this is around the anti-scam, preventing rug pulls and all that sort of thing.
Going back for the community type of thing.
Yeah. And then ease of use. So this was, when we launched Coda, so to buy Coda was a lot more difficult than it is to buy Kapex now. I mean, we have, for example, the ability to buy BNB directly on the website.
Yes.
And that can, it goes straight into your wallet, and you've got you don't actually have to go to SummitSwap or PancakeSwap. On our website, you can just use your BNB, convert it to Kapex there, and it will actually choose which one's the cheapest price for you. So we've done quite a few things like this to make it easier for the community, and we're continuing to build that sort of thing. But in terms of the competition, I mean, back then there was, there's a lot of people set up coins for no reason. Everyone knows that.
I get that.
You get your meme coins, you get your rug pulls, you get your non-intentional rug pulls. It's all over the place.
You get your soft rug pulls, you get your hard rug pulls.
I mean, what we've built here now is a real business. And any coin that starts, it's only going to be a pyramid scheme if there is not money coming from the outside. There has to be funding coming from the outside. So anyone who says, oh, we've got tokenomics that beat that, or we've got a way of, because it's a node, it gives you this extra or whatever. It's
not magic.
It doesn't matter until there's money coming in from the outside. And that's what we provide with this, because it's a real business that generates income from other projects.
Insane.
That comes back in and it feeds our holders. And the reason we do that, because let's face it, we could just be a project that doesn't even have a coin, and we can just do this work and earn, more money by doing that. We don't have to give up those profits, right?
Yeah.
But by giving up those profits to you guys as the community, we're able to then get a massively expanded sales force, in terms of exposure for us. You guys go, oh my God, this is awesome. I've invested in Kapex. The price has gone mad because they're doing all this stuff. The money's coming in from the outside. Oh, I've got Coda. I'm earning a passive income from the same thing. Have you actually checked out Summit BC? Because they're doing all this work, all these launch pads, all these listings on SummitSwap. You guys need to be there. So then you sort of start spreading the word, 100%. And we get that real community power. So that's exactly why we've set up like this. And so far we go out to Dubai quite regularly, to the expos and stuff, and our network's just growing and growing. And everyone we speak to has had problems with either developers, i.e. being rugged by their own developers, or undoxed, or all that sort of thing.
Of course.
Struggling to find artwork on NFT projects. Struggling with marketing or socials. Twitter, Discord, Telegram, all that stuff, or licensing, right? So we've spent the last year struggling through each one of these. We've now got fully in-house development team, 8 developers. We're smashing out so many jobs now. It's awesome. We've got Summit Studios is a 2D and 3D art studio. Wow. So we're running 3 NFT projects on the side at the moment. We've also got a token launch, which we're doing the design work for, coming out in the next 2 weeks. We've got fully fledged web development team, which sort of overlaps with the developers. And we've got legal representation out in Dubai, who we've already fed through multiple contacts that are being set up as Dubai residents, setting up their crypto licensing and stuff. So they're all above board. So all of this stuff feeds back into our ecosystem.
I might have to use your services for real, man. If we got a project launching, we got to use your services.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the thing. And what the struggle we had was that we couldn't find, or it took us so long and so much investment. I've put a lot of capital into this business to get it where it is. We've made mistakes along the way, and now we're able to help people, and earn ourselves as that trusted umbrella. And we're able to help people and guide them through doing things right and doing things in a trustworthy manner. Huge. And then we're happy to promote those projects to our community as well. So it works both ways. So yeah, it's really nice. And just on top of that as well, we do have our own NFT projects that we're launching, which we launched Buy Banks, which is which was our first NFT project.
Right.
25% of that went straight back into this, or is going straight back into Coda. Through Kapex rewards as well. So that's
Nice.
Another utility that we do. So
Nice.
any of our projects feed back in. So Buybanks 1 sold out in 20 minutes. It was awesome. Buybanks 2 is launching in 1 month today, the end of April.
That's a crazy community you've built, eh?
Yeah. So we've got it on all levels. So 25% of that Buybanks 2 goes into the staking model as well. And then we've got our real piece of resistance, which is Eden, which is the Nemesis Apes of Eden, which is a full 3D animated NFT project, which is really like dropping draws. That's coming out later in the year, which is going to be like a much bigger raise, much bigger NFT project. It's going to provide utility within our staking model and stuff as well.
Nice.
And some of those funds are going to be feeding back into the staking model as well. So Absolutely. It all ties in with the ecosystem, and it's all about building that really strong community, providing Absolutely. A passive income, because basically to us, passive is massive. That's what everyone wants. People haven't got the time to be day trading. People haven't got the time to be trying to catch, coin moons and stuff before they rug pull and stuff. So what we want to do is give people the ability to go, right, this is a solid project, real business. I'm going to put my investment in, I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to reap the rewards for doing so. Those who want to be more active in the community can earn by being active, such as from our referral schemes. Being active means that the price is going to go up. The more work we get in, the more we feed
more
back.
money's coming. And what's really interesting is a lot of platforms come out these days and say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Our roadmap for 2022 is looking like this. In 2023, we're going to do that. But then we don't end up seeing any of this stuff get done. But you guys are coming from a background where you have a history of yourselves delivering. You've been delivering with Kona. Kapex is the next boom. And the consistency of delivering on different things on your roadmap is all out there. The history is out there, and whatever is coming next, people can believe and understand that it's going to happen. Because I see so many platforms now these days making all sorts of insane claims, saying we're going to give 300% API this year and all sorts of stuff, and none of it ends up happening. But what we're seeing here is realistic goals, realistic things that are happening on your roadmap, and it's pretty incredible to see. I'm proud of you guys for that.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I think like that is something that people might take for granted. Last year we set up Coda, and we said, look, what we plan to do is build this swap site, Summit Swap, and it did take a long time to get to. And the second part of our roadmap was, right, we're going to deliver Kapex, the sister token, because there's a need to have two tokens. Kapex is an inflationary reward token. Coda is your deflationary investment token. That's coming out today. We said we're going to launch our first NFT project. That happened on time. We've got our second one next month. That one's due to happen on time.
Insane.
Every project that we onboard, they, we've got them lined up now. We want to get some of the announcements out, but we're just waiting for Kapex to be out the way. But we've got multiple projects that we're going to be announcing that we're launch padding as well. So
what it is though. You guys have an insane community, obviously, but there's always going to be roadblocks in crypto projects. I've seen it time after time. There's always going to be issues. There's always going to be FUD. But how do you guys deal with that, man? How do you guys deal with the FUD? How do you guys deal with all the bullshit that happens in crypto and kind of surpass those and keep succeeding?
Well, it's two clear parts to that. One is to be transparent and trustworthy outfit. If you haven't got stuff to hide and you're happy to answer the questions, then you'll win. Obviously, when any token price falls, you get FUD. When you announce anything, there's always somebody who doesn't like it. But at the end of the day, you just need to say, right, it's done for the right reasons. We're not hiding anything. Be as transparent as possible, and that's what we do.
And believe in the project.
And we've got a team in-house. Our admin team and moderators are here. So I don't know of any other project that's moderated by people like in the same building as where they're developing and stuff.
That's different. That's hard to find.
So like if something happens, I can shout out my door and speak to the guys who are discussing in Telegram and Discord. So that's what I mean by it's a real business.
Incredible.
We have our developers in the office. Working with us, it's not seen elsewhere. No. And that's why, we're bringing in these new clients now. We've had a few in this week. We only got back from Dubai last week, and everyone wants to see us. Everyone wants us to start working with them. So I'm like, right, come in. But we have got Kapex launching today, so I can't spend all week with you. But they're in here. They're watching our artists do the work. They're talking to the developers, seeing the web designers, seeing the admin team and discussing their projects and stuff. And they're absolutely loving it. So,
of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think the future's really bright.
Amazing. And one thing that I do want to ask you is, you know, there's a lot of people that believe in the project. There's a lot of people that get into projects because they like the idea. Then we got the average investors, or we got the guys that get into tokens for the gains, to make gains in the next, month, to make gains in the next 6 months, whatever it may be. They buy tokens to make gains and pull out those profits. What do you have to say for those guys? What are the projections for those guys for a Kapex token in the next, say, 3 months to 6 months to a year from now?
Now, a project owner would usually say something along the lines of, I'm not going to make any promises around how the price is going to go. Of course not. All I can say is that at the start of Coda, we had a lot of people working for us, and we were paying them Coda as wages. Okay, so it meant that there was a lot of team tokens floating around. We managed to increase the price by 1,000x from launch, something like that. Wow! Before anyone started taking profits, so we were pumping for months on end. Wow! With Kapex, there's no team tokens. The only thing we've got is the pre-sale, which is, like I say, vested for 20 months. So 5% a month will be released to the pre-salers. These are all people who are happily given their money to this investment for a long term. So it just shows you the strength. We expect it to go. I'm not going to give you a price prediction, but we expect it to go absolutely mental. Let's put it this way: we've made memes and stickers around eating the zeros and all-time highs after all-time high. So we're expecting big things, but I don't.
Absolutely. You like you guys seen it before, man. Kona did absolutely insane numbers, and I know there's gonna be people in the comments going crazy in the comments. Why would I ape into this? Why would I ape into this? Is it gonna moon? Is it gonna moon? And look, man, if a project has real utility, if a project has a real team, and a project has a real business, in this case, that we don't see often, a real underlying business, a real underlying asset behind the token, we don't see it too often, then you guys just have to know the rest of the story, man. It's pretty simple as that. And if you've been in the crypto space, you guys can tell the rest of the story. But we're talking to the Up Next audience here. We're going to be looking at 850,000 plus people across our 2 YouTube channels that are going to be looking at this video. So for the Up Next family, what's some partnerships that you guys are working on, man? Is there anything you can spill the beans on as far as some secret partnerships or some big coming to the channel that we can have first time news here on the channel for the Up Next Ape community?
Secret partnership. So well, like I say, we've got a few people we're onboarding with these token launches. There's a new token that we are incubating, which is probably going to be launched next month. That's going to be on the AVAX chain. Wow. They're called White Light. Okay. And that's all around the art space and NFT art.
Amazing.
But from real life. Wow. So real life artists entering the NFT space, and they're sort of being a platform for that. So we're doing that. Another shout out to a partnership who we're amazingly grateful to is Phoenix Community Capital. Nice. So these guys, headed by a good friend of mine, Luke, actually provide node services. So they're doing venture capital, and they have had an amazing ride the last few months. They've got huge ambitions, and we are partnering with them on something really, really special. With our NFT projects, which remember feeds back through Kapex into Coda as well. We have a top 5 grime artist coming on board.
Oh wow, okay.
We haven't announced that, and we've also got a world-renowned sculpturist who's going to be doing some specials for the series. So there's a lot going on there, but I'm not going to give you the specifics.
You're right. There's too much beans to be spilled, boys. That's all you need to know. There's big partnerships coming as far as grime artists, as far as real artists. This is crazy, man. There's a lot happening with this platform.
Oh, there's one other I forgot.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, so the other project that we're working on, the guys who came around yesterday, is Bear Tiger Club. It's another NFT project.
Nice.
There's potential for a token launch on that front as well in the future. They already have backing from many famous golfers and John Terry, as in John Terry of Chelsea. Wow. He is also involved with Bybanks and Eden. So we've got some big names on that front too.
Now, who's your team, James? If you don't mind me asking, who's your club?
Who's my club? What, football?
Yeah.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Chelsea.
So that's why I'm all over the John Terry link. Don't you worry about that. Yeah.
Okay,
big
Chelsea's
Chelsea
your
fan. I'm actually going to the game on Saturday.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're out in the UK. That's unreal.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff, man. Thank you so much for joining us on the channel. I mean, we've had James on the channel for a little while now, so I don't want to take up too much of his time today. I know you're a super duper busy guy, but if there's anything else you want to let us know as far as dates, releases, just one more time to refresh everyone's brains at the end of the call and make sure everyone gets to tune in. All the links will be in the description below for you guys, by the way, to check it out. Let us know.
Awesome. Man. Yes. So Kapex launch is tonight at 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. BST, which is 7 p.m. UTC. We're expecting absolute madness. We're actually throwing a launch party here.
I wish I was there.
The team is fully doxed. There's no team token allocation. Our last launch did absolute madness last year. This is a real business which feeds back in business funds to our loyal holders. So we'd love to invite you to be part of the community and enjoy the ride with us.
100%, guys. Again, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for joining us today and giving us your time. Again, the launch is today. Put that in your calendar. Put that in your freaking alarms and your alerts on your phones. All the links will be in the description below for you guys. I'm going to be shouting these guys out on Twitter and Instagram today as well to keep everybody in tune of what's going on. This video will be all over the place. So stay in tune, stay intact. There's a lot happening, and thank you again, James, for joining us again. And hopefully we can have you back on the channel after the launch and see what you guys been up to.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks very much.
Cheers, buddy. Take care.
Cheers. Nice one. See you later.
Bye.